So now that we have some data streams created, we will look into how to store and modify data within these data streams. So we can click here on the patients stream and we will see the data page for the patient stream. So we can see that there's no currently stored keys in the stream, so this table is empty. So we're going to add a key with this button. So for this example, for patients, we're going to make up a key which is a social insurance number. We'll do a 9-digit number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now to add different fields to this data item, you can move your cursor onto this data field here, and you can click the plus button here. So this will allow you to type in a key name, and then after it allows you to type a value for that key. So I'm going to type first name. I'm going to say John. Last name we'll say Doe. I'm going to also give this patient record a phone number with some made-up phone number here. And one final item here, I will add an address. False address street. Now that we have these fields here added, I'm going to click the save button down here to publish this item to the data stream. Now we can see that these fields are read-only and the URL was updated to show the new key in the path. So we can also see that the last updated now shows the current local time and the wallet address of the user that made the change. Additionally, if we go back to this page here, we can now see that it's no longer empty and we have a key for this social insurance number for John Doe stored in this table here. And we can see that it was last modified at this time and that there's currently one version for this data item. The data streams page now also shows that there's one key stored for John Doe and it has one data version. We can come back to this item and we can, let's say, add an extra field for his date of birth. And we can use these buttons next to any key value pair in the data item to modify or copy the item. So if I want to edit an existing one like his phone number, I can click that edit button, edit the required data on this field, and then I can click this button to accept those changes or this one to cancel. So the cancel reverts it back. But if I click this one instead, it lets those changes go through and leaves it here. These buttons here with the clipboard are copy buttons. So if you want to copy a single row, you can click this and it'll copy to your keyboard. The checkbox indicates that it's now in your clipboard on your computer. And you can copy the entire item as well if you click at the top level here. So that'll copy the entire JSON to your clipboard. If you want to delete a row, you can click this delete button. So I'm going to click save to modify this as a new version for the John Doe patient record. We can see that this was properly saved as well because the time was updated and we see a new history version pushed. We can click this button here to see a diff to the previous version, and it'll show visually what the differences are. Green indicates lines added, and red indicates lines removed. So we can see that the last name row was removed, and we can see that the phone number field was modified so that it has 6548 instead of 6547. And we can see here the time when these changes took place.